So in short, yes, I do think it's necessary to let go of control of the left brain in order to have a deepened and heightened sexual experience and psychedelic experience. That being said, in some practices with Tantra, for example, where you're learning to control the sexual energies, especially for men, learning to retain ejaculation and maybe have multiple orgasms and breathe in such a way that you're lifting the energy up, it's really interesting because it requires both total surrender and total concentration at the same time. And I like to see the feminine is like a circle, which is the totality, and the masculine is like a line, which is the singularity or the direction. And to be able to hold direction within totality is like holding the one within the zero, holding the mind within the consciousness. And so to be able to have both that experience of I'm surrendering and allowing this energy while I'm consciously guiding it, just like in a psychedelic experience with ayahuasca, say, I'm surrendering and allowing this serpent to do what it needs to do while I'm consciously working with my breath, while I'm consciously working with my, I'm surrendering, I'm allowing, I'm practicing surrendering in the face of fear here. So I'm guiding it, but I'm not controlling it or kind of clamping down around it. A lot of men experience when they're trying to train themselves to last longer in sex, they'll kind of hold their breath and tighten before to try not to ejaculate. And it's like tighten, tighten, tighten. And honestly, tightening those muscles kind of and holding your breath, that can make ejaculation happen.
Yeah.
But while ejaculation's happening, your mind is saying, no, 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 stop, stop, stop. So it's not actually an enjoyable experience. It's this kind of restrained and limited experience of orgasm. And the thing that actually allows orgasm to expand and become a multiple orgasm, where you eventually learn to train yourself to have a series of non-ejaculatory peaks, is when you can breathe and relax your muscles and open and slow your breath and teach yourself to do the opposite of the thing that you think you need to do in the face of either the scary snake coming to you in the ayahuasca vision or the imminent orgasm where you're going to, ejaculate. So I guess I'm drawing a line or a connection between those two experiences and how surrendering can actually be control. When you're opening, when you're relaxing, it's actually how you're controlling. And the thing that we've been taught to control things is actually counterproductive to that experience. Am I making sense?
I think you're making, I think you're making sense, but I also, as you're speaking, I'm like, yes, I understand this conceptually. And also, yes, I understand this from like a literal practice standpoint. Like, yes, you are describing step by step what it is that I've had to come to understand, face, and learn in order to have more longer and more dynamic rolling non-ejaculatory experiences of what could best be described as orgasm, which I think there's a discussion there about separating the concept of ejaculation from orgasm as not being the same thing. And I thought about, part of me feels slightly embarrassed about this metaphor as if I'm going to be judged, but another part of me is like stand in it, which is like learning to be with my sexuality, like the power and the drive of my sexuality to go towards ejaculation, like it wants to go there, has been like
very primal drive.
Yeah, like and it has been it's like trying to tame a wild stallion. Okay, and also just get Keanu Reeves out of your head for a second, just because you heard wild stallion. Well, then again, he's pretty sexy. Anyways, point is, a wild stallion, which is like this sort of process of trying to figure out how to not get immediately, from a point of not being controlled by my sexuality, like not being immediately like kicked in the chest by approaching it, but then not getting bucked off immediately because there's this combination of needing to like have the control to like direct the horse, but also the softness to respond so that I don't get bucked off, but not so much control that I break its will to run and it's not an enjoyable experience, where it's all about suppressing the sensation so it lasts longer.
Right. Think about baseball. Think about your grandma.
Yeah. Think on sexy thoughts. Think on sexy thoughts. Yeah. So I understood that, but and I'm hoping that the larger listening audience also grasps that as well. Is there anything you want to comment on what I had just said there?
Yeah. As you're speaking, I'm just thinking about both the similarities and the differences in the male and female sexual experience, and how